Good afternoon all. We closed up. Some stocks were up, some were down. Looks like a big break even day. Some were big up, some were big down. Riot's big down, other ones are big up. So, okay. Somewhere in between is where we fell. Okay. For this morning, we had a stop loss hunt, and that means we took out the prior low, and we need to reclaim here for a pop. We did that, and we hit resistance. Simple as. Now we need to hold this higher low for continuation. This is the spot that we have to back test the higher low at. Now we didn't have to back test it here, but we are. So because we're back testing now, we need to hold the higher low. And if we don't, we fill out this range more. So the bear case is we fail our higher low and we retest right here and possibly right here. This isn't my base case, it's just what could happen. Okay. And that all starts with our failure of our higher low. Remember, what's very likely to happen if we fail our higher low is it'll swat out all of these, big bounce, and then it'll come down. So it's almost certainly not going to do it in a straight line. No, that's not my base case. That's just what's going to happen if the higher low fails. The one I set you up with is the one I'm still watching. I'm hoping is we hit at least 66 or 76, and then maybe 77 if we're lucky. Then I do think we have to visit Sunday night open again. So this is the case that I keep pushing. To make me wrong about this case, what needs to basically happen is we need to go higher than I expected and then set a higher low on this old range flag. We have two flags that we're dealing with right now. We have a low time frame flag that is between 75.4 and 75. This one is between 76.59 and 75.8. It's important to keep track of your low and your high time frame because this low time frame tells us how we're going to fill out this range, and this high time frame tells us once it reclaims that the breakout is coming. Okay. But yeah, otherwise pretty trash coated market with only one little move at a time every day. So in order to get long right here, you can long right now as a knife catch. That's up to you. You have no expectation though that this will follow through until this is broke. So that's your other opportunity to long. If we can, you can either knife catch here and it can fail, or you can be bottom ticking it, and or I'm sorry, it can come up here, set some sort of higher low above 75.75. If it's able to do that, then you can get long this way too. This requires more weighting. This one's more risky, so it's just kind of whatever flavor you want. For a bear case, we just need to basically break down. That means if we lose this level, we test this one. It likely stops everyone out, bounces, and then comes on down. And that would be the bear case. As far as other stuff, things moved today. Riot came down to test the 50 SMA. Did I expect it? No. Doesn't matter too much. It's just annoying, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Like if you zoom out, here's the structure of Riot, right? It's just like been doing this the entire time. Mara is the same kind of thing as Riot. It's just there's just some days are garbage, some days are good. AMD, I'm looking to get my add off on. I'll zoom back in, since you can tell when you zoom out to the weekly candles, it's not that big of a deal, but for whatever reason, when you zoom in, it's much more dramatic. I never got my add off on AMD. I'm thinking I'm going to get the chance. I'm not going to take it right here, right? What I want to do is take it, take a bounce, and then take it right here. My goal is put in a buy order at 520, so I'm going to keep that buy order, like I said. Yeah, and then the rest of the stuff looks like Coin did good. Looks like Upstart's break even. Looks like Meta had a nice candle today. Netflix is up. We got leaps in that. MVAX, you can buy it right now, like I said, if you want a knife catch, or you can be like me and wait till 10:15. There's no wrong answer here except not having a stop, and your stop will be pretty tight at 8:30. Palantir looks like it's almost back up to my buy-in. Still think it's a shitty stock. I don't know, but I do think that I'm going to add to it once I get a flag through here. Like if we come up here and make a high and then find a flag in this old range, I'm gonna end up adding to the starter. And if we come up here and don't make a high and start breaking down, I'm just gonna cut this starter position at break even. That's why I say wait for a relief bounce, because eventually you'll get back in and be able to sell either a small profit or at the very least not take a loss. So we should be fine in Palantir. But what happens up here is determinant of whether I add to it or just dump it. MSTR I think is going to be good. I'm bullish on MSTR. Somebody brought this up many times this morning. I see MSTR as a leveraged version of Bitcoin, meaning if you're playing Bitcoin long, and you close a Bitcoin position, you should be closing your MSTR position. If you stop out of a Bitcoin position, you should be stopping out of your MSTR position. That's why I don't keep a channel on MSTR. It's like a leveraged version. of Bitcoin. So it's up to you guys if you want to play MSTR. I go Riot, I go Mara, I go Coin. I have two alts and I have Bitcoin itself. So I don't track MSTR as much. If you want to play it, this is on you. I will help you with targets like as I did before, but generally I just have channels on the things that I want to check all the time and play. And that's why I have all the channels on the side of the room, and MSTR is not one of them. There was a point 9 or 10 months ago where I talked about MSTR, but that was also when Bitcoin was 9 or 10 months ago. We were looking for that pop towards like 80, 90K. So I don't know. Take it for what it is, guys. I think that if you're not overly leveraged or if you have enough time, this is going to turn out to be an okay position anyway. I just don't think it's going to be free money. Like maybe people were hoping if they bought short-term calls. Not saying anybody's complaining about short-term calls, just putting it out there, guys. Everything else is just kind of trading sideways. My new ad is underwater, but not too much. I ended up buying new right around here. It looks like it's finding a low, so we're not going to worry about this too much. I'm almost positive it's going to bounce. I know for a factoid this is going to retest. So at the very least, if it comes here and then rejects, I'm going to get out with a win. But I'm almost certain that's not going to happen. I think it's going to come here, pull back, flag, and then break through there. But I do have a place to trim right here, and that's what I'm going to do. I always trim the new positions and re-add back to them when they reclaim. So basically, I trim and then get back into at the exact same spot, depending on the behavior between the trim and the higher low. So that's coming up for new. I just don't know if this exact low is nailed or not, but I think we're okay. I think we're pretty good. Yeah, so no complaints here. I know one of the miners was down. That's annoying, but I don't know if there's a lot to glean from it other than it's down, and tomorrow it might not be. So take care, guys. Bye.